Hello and welcome to my channel. This video today will show 2 cards instead of just one. This technique will allow you to make a duplicate of the original card using the second generation stamping. I designed this card while my sister Linda was here visiting, and we had great fun doing all kind of card making, and she will remember this card from those projects that we went over. This card has a little bit of a trickiness when you're trying to line up the different colors using the repeating stamp, but I'll show you how to do it as we go through it. Let me clear this away and show you the materials that this card needs. Because I'm going to be making 2 cards and not one, this video will be a little bit longer than my usual videos, but I'll try to keep it short. The materials that I'm using today is going to be 2 card bases cut 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. 2 black panels cut 5 1/4 by 4, and 4 white panels cut 5 by 3 3/4. The inks I'm using is going to be for the rainbow, and it's going to be Memento Inks. You can use any color that you wanted, but I decided to do a rainbow. I have Danube Blue, Dandelion, Ladybug, Grape Jelly, Bamboo Leaves, and Tangelo. I'm also going to be using Versafine Onyx Black. I have a Hero Arts Happy Birthday stamp, and I'm also going to be using I Heart Art stamp set by Paper Smootches, and this color drops with die is I want to say, yes, my favorite things. They have different sizes for the teardrops and also different sizes for the circles. This I thought was a really versatile stamp set, and I thought there was a lot of different techniques that I could use it for when I got it. I'm also going to use a few rhinestones. Alright, let me clear these things away and I will show how to put the card together. In order to make this an easier process, I'm going to be using my MISTI tool. If you do not have a stamp positioner, you can still make this card, but it would just be a little bit trickier, and I don't think my hands are steady enough to do it. So thank God for the MISTI. What I did was I took a scrap of white paper the same size as this, and I pre-stamped where I wanted the colors to be, to use this as a tool to help me line it up once I get it in the MISTI. And as you can see, I made a little bit of mistake at the green-blue area, but it's fine. This is why I did the test beforehand, so that I wouldn't mess up my original. So I'm taking my guide here, and I'm putting the first place in where I need it to be, and I'm going to start off with the yellow. So I'm lining up the stamp right over where the existing printing is, and this is the trickiest part, because if you get it wrong, as you see, then it messes up the effect. So take a few extra minutes and make sure you get it. Now, since this is second generation stamping, what I'm going to do is take the first color, the first panel will be the first card, and the second panel will be the second card. And this is done by inking up the stamp, stamping it. Don't clean the stamp. Bring in the new paper and stamp it again. So you will get a lighter impression but the same color. And this took a lot more to explain than actually see, so I'll just go through it and show you. Starting off with the yellow. And this is a solid stamp, so you want to be sure that you get a good coverage of ink on the first time, which is another reason to use the MISTI. So press hard. And that's my first stamping. Bringing in the other one and stamp it again. The second generation will be light, but you can still see the color. I think you can, yes. It would have helped if I didn't start out with the yellow to help you see it. Okay, So I'm just going to go through and bring in my key and move the stamp to the orange, being careful that I get it a good lined up. Transfer it to the door. And bring in the, don't get these two pieces of paper mixed up like I have done a few times. So the first generation gets the full color, and the second generation gets the half color. There. So I'm just going to go through and do the rest. But because I made a mistake with the green, I am going to switch to the other side because I know that that one is right. And notice I turned it around, and I'm going to do it that way. Okay? And I should tell you, I got this green wrong because I assumed that the positioning of the stamp on this side would have been in the correct place, so I just flipped the paper and did it that way, but as you see, it wasn't. So I need to take the time and realign it for every stamping. I couldn't shave time off of it that way. So now I'll speed it up. See, I was getting ready to do that, so be careful. Okay, now you see how easy that was with the MISTI tool. This I even fixed a little area with the green, and this is exactly how it should look once you do it. I didn't make any mistakes. I was a little teeny bit off with the blue-green, but it's so infinitesimal you couldn't see it. Okay, the next thing I need to do, I forgot to mention I needed some circle dies. And this is a Spellbinder Standard Circles Large. And I think it was this one, yes. So, at this point, we need to cut the circle out, but we need it to be identical on both. So to do this, you put both pieces together and take a little bit of painter's tape, not too much because you don't want to accidentally tear it, and just rub it on yourself to get it to be not so sticky. You just need it to hold them together. I need two pieces. Alright, there we go. And center this in the Big Shot machine and just run it through. I'll be right back. Okay, it's a tight fit with the two pieces of paper, but it went through just fine. Don't lose those, you need them. So now carefully get the painter's tape off. It's best to start from the back so that you don't accidentally tear it, and gently pull the tape off. Now, it will go together like this. The first generation center goes in the second generation, and the second generation center goes in the first generation. Alright. I have taken one of the circles and I have mounted it, and I'm going to put the little dots around the edges. I have put a little bit there, but I can get that off with a sand eraser, which I'm digging for. You can gently buff that off sometimes, but don't do too much or you will mess up the thing. Oh, I don't want to keep at it, but I'll try a little bit later. Let's just move on with the card design for now. So now I'm bringing in my MISTI tool again, and I'm going to work on the inside of the card. And everything else from this point is just assembly, so I'm going to let the music run and put the card together. Okay, that's the finished card. It was an easy process to do, with using the MISTI tool. Again, as I mentioned, if you don't have the MISTI tool, you can put the stamp onto a block and just carefully look through it, because it's a photopolymer stamp, so you can see right through it. So if you're careful, if your hand is steady, you can line it up without using the MISTI tool, but the MISTI tool made it so much easier. I was able to stamp the happy birthday very close to where I made that little goof with the rocking the stamp, so you can't really tell it's there unless you were looking for it, so it's alright. I could have also put, instead of black circles here, I could have put rhinestones there and added a little bit more sparkle. And in addition, I could have second generation stamped the black circles on this one, but I thought that this looked fine just like this. Let me know what you think in the comment section below.
Hi, this is Jade. I'm the guest host. If you comment below, you have a chance to get both of these cards. It's a special offer. Instead of just one, you get both. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and don't forget to press the like button and subscribe.
And as always, I'd like to thank my brother David for the music that he provides to my channel. He is providing a lot of excellent jazz and other types of music, and it's really been a great help for me. I hope you really appreciate the music, and I hope that you come for the music as well as the stamp videos. Take care and have a great day.